Hey YouTube, what is going on? This is iTalk.
Why does my phaser work?
Here, and in today's video, we have a brand new video. Welcome back everyone to Unpopular Opinions Week. All this week is nothing but Unpopular Opinions episodes, and if you guys are unaware, Unpopular Opinions is the series on the channel where we basically just kind of go over some of our unpopular opinions, and we just kind of discuss them in this video, and I just throw in my 2 cents on the comments you guys leave about it or on Twitter. From I Don't Know, he says that Wildcat and Banshee are the best defaults. So Wildcat is the skin of like the ginger girl with like the really bulgy eyes, and Banshee's the one with like, you know, Recon Expert, Instinct, and all those other skins like that, and Renegade as well. And honestly, Banshee's really good. I really do like the Banshee's character quite a lot. Now, Wildcat, the only good skin that Wildcat has, at least in my opinion, I could be wrong because there's other skins that I don't know the character to, but my favorite skin with Wildcat is Ginger Gunnar, and the reason why is because you can't see her face. It's actually kind of sad, but I really don't like Wildcat. Like, she has some of the worst default skins in my opinion, like the Pathfinder. I don't really find that great. Tower Recon Specialist looks way too much like the normal default. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. But Banshee's got some good skins. I'm not gonna lie, Banshee's got some pretty good skins, and I do like that character model. From You Mad Brother. Now, I'm not gonna fully read this out because I don't want to get demonetized, but this actually is kind of an interesting topic for me to just talk about right now with you guys. And he says, people who bully you over opinions can go, and then I'm not gonna say that. So I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Right? If you have a different opinion to someone else, you're right. That doesn't mean you can just bully someone for having a different opinion than your own, even though I've seen that a lot with YouTube comments and on Twitter. Someone says one really unpopular thing and everyone's like, oh, you're dumb for thinking that way. It's like I said this in like the previous episode. I said that like we all have different opinions, we all have different minds, we all think different, we're not the same people. Now, the thing I have a problem with this is, you know, you say people who bully you over opinions can go blank, but you saying that is almost kind of bullying those people that do that, and you can't fight fire with fire. So what I would recommend is that if you see someone online that's bullying you over having a different opinion, just either mute them, block them, or just don't pay attention to it. Like I said, we all think different. Don't be discouraged from leaving your own opinions about anything, not even just for the series, but in general. Please don't feel like discouraged to leave your opinion out on certain things, unless it's like something illegal or something like that, or it's something that's like so benign that no one would agree with you on it, or like just pure inflammatory hate and stuff like that. Don't leave stuff like that, but honestly, just try to be friendly to one another. If you fight hate with hate, or if you fight fire with fire, you're never really gonna resolve the issues, you know what I mean? So honestly, I'm just gonna take this comment and say, don't bully people that have different opinions than yours, but at the same time, if you are bullied by someone that's doing that, don't bully back. Just ignore it and then they'll stop. From TMZ Josh, he said, the toy skin set shouldn't have 3 styles. You are paying 800 V-Bucks, I think he meant to say, for 3, which is cheap. The majority of blue rarities only have 2 styles. So first of all, the Toy Trooper set, both the skins, they already had 2 edit styles, right? And then they got a 3rd edit style when they had to drastically change the colors of these skins because they blended too much with the ground. And I think this is kind of Fortnite's way of saying, hey, you can refund the skin with a free refund token, but if you want to keep it, here, we'll throw in a 3rd edit style for you. So I think that's why they did it. And yeah, you think that the skin would probably be like a rare by now because of the 3 edit styles, but the way rarity works in Fortnite in terms of like actual rarity, like uncommon, rare, legendary, epic, stuff like that, is that there isn't any specific criteria that makes a skin legendary or makes a skin epic, right? Like, here's the thing as well, is that I made a video a while ago talking about the It's Back tag and the philosophy of the It's Back tag, and ever since I put out the video, they have completely squandered that tag. I mean, when Dream came back for the 2nd time, which I think was only 30 days between, they put the It's Back tag on it. Like, they totally killed my theory in like less than a week of that video. So everything to me feels pretty random, and they don't have like any set reasons as to why they do certain things or why certain rarities are certain whatever. I do think they did deserve the edit styles. I mean, like I said, they drastically changed the colors on those skins, so I do like the skins. I don't think they deserve to be rare either, mainly because they're just regular skins, but like just with a solid color over them and some dirt. They're really not the most sophisticated skins. Like, at least with rare skins, a lot of them look a lot different than your normal default character, so yeah. From Azarama, he said, Fortnite will never change the mechs. So I disagree with this a lot. I do firmly believe that by season 11, the mechs will be gone. I mean, I've seen clips of, like, you know, streamers like Dakotas, Courage JD, Tim the Tatman, all these people flipping out over the mechs, and it really doesn't make me feel good about this game. It really doesn't. And I was scrolling through the comments because we got a little leak from Fortnite themselves saying that Major Lazer is coming into the item shop, which is an awesome thing. I'm very excited for that. And I read the comments on my post, and everyone's like saying, yeah, I'm not even playing the game anymore. Yeah, the game's kind of done for me right now. And it's really sad. And I really don't want people to quit Fortnite because of the mech. But at the same time, the mech is really driving the player base away from their game because of their really stupid philosophy that Fortnite seems to have right now. And I do firmly believe that the mechs will be heavily nerfed, I hope soon. And after that, I think they will be vaulted by the end of the season because they couldn't vault the planes until the very end of the season. So we just have to be patient with it. Like I said, if you want to play Fortnite but you're not enjoying the main game, either play Team Rumble or play creative. I actually am working on a new series for you guys on how to have fun in Fortnite with different creative maps and stuff like that. So I'm very excited for that series because I do want you guys to enjoy Fortnite. I don't want Fortnite to fail. I don't think people seem to realize that. I'm not going to just say, oh yeah, Fortnite's dead. Like, I'm not going to say that, but I care about this game. I love this game. I really do. But I can't just defend every little thing that Fortnite does. I think they will change the mechs soon, but right now, I don't know why they haven't, to be fair with you, but I think they will change them in the near future. From Oxy, he said that creative is more fun than regular games. Yeah, at this point right now, I do firmly agree with you on that. Like, there's so many things you could do in creative that you just can't do in public matches, like not have mechs in them, which is very nice, because in every other mode, there is mechs, which is very bizarre. Pretty short answer here. I do agree with you on this one, honestly. Right now, creative is more fun, but I do find fun in regular modes when there isn't mechs involved. From Knights, he said the visitor skin actually isn't that bad. So the visitor skin is a skin you earned back in season 4 for completing 7 weeks of the challenges, and this was the first like real hidden skin for us to get in the challenges, unless you count the John Wick glider. To me, this skin is very plain compared to all the other secret unlocked skins, right? I think Singularity is probably easily one of the best skins that they've made for this sort of thing. And I always found the Visitor to be a very boring skin. And not to mention, I know this shouldn't change my opinion on the skin at all because it's just a skin, but Shadowgle's main skin is this skin, and I really despise Shadowgle's fake content, same with Mr. Top 5. That's why I'm not even the biggest fan of Cloak Shadow. If I'm using those skins, I can't think about the other clickbait YouTubers that use these skins, honestly, because it has a bad rap to them almost. So it's like you use the skins like, oh, you're using the C-Day skin, which C-Day is great. So I'm fine with running Raptor, but if you're running something like the Visitor, people will be like, oh, you're running the Shadowgle skin. I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just saying I'm not a fan of their content. I'm not a fan of clickbait at all. Obviously, I'm sure you guys know of this already. So this is why I kind of don't like the Visitor skin. It's not the Visitor's fault that I don't like it, but also it is kind of its fault because I just think the skin's a little too plain to me, and I'm just not the biggest fan of it. From Anthony, he said, I think fries with mustard taste good. I have to heavily disagree with this. Mustard only belongs on hamburgers and on hot dogs. They do not belong with fries. I can't imagine eating a fry from McDonald's with mustard. That sounds disgusting, dude. From VIP RDX, he says, the hunting rifle is the most balanced gun in Fortnite. No, it is not. I definitely don't think the hunting rifle is the most balanced, considering how easy it is to use. If you can get a hold of how the gun actually works, I think the hunting rifle is one of the most powerful in the game, to be honest with you. I think it's balanced to an extent, but it is very strong in the right hands. I guess you could say that about any gun, but the hunting rifle seems to be a bit easier than most. From Pip AI Juice, he said there's no such thing as the best skin in Fortnite, and I want to just mention this here. He commented this 5 times in a row. Now, I don't know if he thinks I'm going to give him like my super secret Recon Expert account because it commented 5 times in my video, but I appreciate the comments nonetheless. But yeah, he's saying that there's no such thing as the best skin in Fortnite. This is true. There isn't such thing as the best skin in Fortnite. You can have like the most sold, you can have the most popular, to your opinion, right? So no, I don't think there is a best skin in the game per se, but that's very opinionated. That's not, oh, Power Chord's the best skin in the game, no one else can say anything otherwise, right? Like, that's not true. Yeah, you're right. There is no such thing as just one skin that is the best skin of them all. You could say which one's like the most customizable, you could say which one's your favorite, but saying that there is a skin that's the best one, I don't really think you, like, you can say that, but it's not, you can't expect everyone to like agree with you. From the Ace, he said double pump would be balanced in the current meta. And I really thought about this comment. I'm like, would it actually? Because like I said in the last video, I wouldn't mind if they just threw the sword, planes, ballers, give all the gimmicks from previous seasons, put it in the game and just to counter the mech. I think that'd be a great idea, because honestly, this season is the most throwaway season I've ever seen in Fortnite. I'm not even taking it seriously anymore. But would the double pump actually be balanced in this current meta? I don't think double pump has ever been balanced ever. Because the fact that you have to get 2 pumps, which isn't, you know, that's random, and you do so much damage with double pump, even with pumping the pump and the tack, that was still very strong too. So I don't think it would be. Personally, I was really thinking about it. I don't think it would be. From Bailey Faulkner, drum shotgun is underrated. It's a good weapon if you're just starting out in the match, but besides that, it's kind of like, why is it even in the game right now, considering you have all these other shotguns that just do so much more than the drum does? I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it, and I do think it should honestly just be gone from the game. I mean, I know you're saying it's underrated, but I think it's like just terrible. I think it just clogs up the loot pool at this point. From Melissa Murphy, Chopper is hella underrated. I think the Chopper skin's good. I like the red and black and gray that goes on with the skin. It was almost kind of like one of those skins where I didn't like it just mainly because of the fact that it came in the item shop a lot, which doesn't mean I hate the skin personally, but it's every time I see the skin, it's like, oh, you're in the shop too much. And that does bother me a lot, because I've said this so many times, but Fortnite's item shops are very boring as of late because they recycle and rehash the same sets every 30 days. But Chopper hasn't come back in a while, but besides all of the item shop stuff, right? Chopper's a decent skin. Backbone is kind of like, if your dad's like really into like NASCAR or really into like motocross or something like that, then I think Backbone's kind of like that kind of like dad character. It's like compared to Chopper, it doesn't even look like it's in the same set as her. Like, Chopper looks a lot better than Backbone in my opinion. I do think the Chopper skin is actually pretty good. I should start running it more, and honestly, because you said this, I probably will start running it more often. From Subskill, Marshmallow skin is underrated. This is something I 100% heavily disagree with. Because Marshmallow is a real-life character, I feel like if any skin in the game is a real-life character, it's immediately overrated. Because of how popular Marshmallow is, I don't think it's underrated one iota. But do I even see people really running the Marshmallow skin anymore? Honestly, not too many people. Like, I think it's because of the head. Again, a lot of people care about the ADS on skins, and Marshmallow does have a teensy tiny bit of like a problem with the ADS. But I still think the skin's good. But do I think it's underrated? No, not even close. This skin's just really popular with the community. I would definitely not consider this one an underrated one. From Kawako, new players want old POIs back more than OG players. You know, this is a mixed one for me, because I can honestly understand why you would say this. New players that haven't played the game back then want to experience what it was like to play in like Season 2 and Season 3. I think this makes a lot of sense. Moisty Mire, I thought, was very good for its mats. Greasy Grove, I mean, oh my god, how long have we not had Greasy Grove for? People do want these places back. I think newer players want to experience what we experienced, right? That's why this Battle Pass is so good, in my opinion, is that it's for those that did not play in Season 2, for those that did not play in Season 3, 4, 5, whatever. It's for those people, and I think that's a great thing. I do think that this is honestly really true, but I do think OG players do want those places back too, because I think we just like them better than the newer spots. But yeah, I'll definitely agree with you on this one. From Aesthetic Crunch, Gunnar should be a Bonesy edit style. Yeah. fine. I really have nothing else to say here. That's a good idea. They should really do that. From Tamber the Lamber, Lucky Landing is an underrated spot. What's with all the underrated comments I would keep picking out here? But yeah, Lucky Landing, yeah, I agree. Lucky Landing is really good for loot, and it's surprising to me that everyone goes to Salty Springs now instead of Tilted, because obviously Tilted isn't as good as it once was back in all the way in season whatever. So yeah, I do think that Lucky Landing is one of my favorite spots personally. I mean, you have snowboards in the one building with like the big like bow on top of it. I'll show you a picture right here. There's hoverboards in there you could use to like cycle out, and if you have to go to a really far circle, you could just take one of those hoverboards and get out of there. And plus the loot's actually pretty good. So honestly, I agree with you. Lucky Landing is very good and very underrated as well. From It's Evan, Fish Stick has 4 styles, but they suck. The original is the best. So this is very subjective, and I'm going to disagree again. I personally like all 4 styles, honestly, kind of almost equally, right? Because they all match different backblings. They all have different, like, ways you can customize them. So I can't say that they suck. And the original is the best. I would say the original is the most original, I guess, because you have, like, VR, Pirate, and then the World Cup edit style. I think they're all pretty good. I don't really see any problem with saying that the original is the best. I will disagree with you. I don't think it's the best one. I kind of like all 4 of the styles equally, if that makes any sense. So I don't know, but I disagree that I think the edit styles suck. I don't think they do. From Nando04, I think they should start selling poses in the shop so that any skin has a pose in the lobby. Only rarities available would be green and blue. Green rarity price 50, blue rarity price 100 or 150. This should be free. This should be a free thing. If you buy a featured skin or a daily item shop skin that has a featured pose to it, you should be able to have that featured pose for free. That's such a simple idea. Why can't we get that? That's really cool. Like King Flamingo has like those 2 shotguns in his hands. Why can't we use that featured pose and give it to one of our other characters? I think that's a really, really good idea. They shouldn't sell this. They should be like, if you buy the skin with the pose, you should be able to keep the pose and use it for anyone else. It's such a small thing for the menu, but honestly, people care about this sort of thing. It's a small little UI change. I think this is a great idea. From Zoft, streamers complain about everything and is sometimes annoying, excluding the mechs. Excluding the mechs. See, I see what you did there, because everyone's really complaining about the mechs right now. But yeah, when like pro players do complain about like stuff like the meta and like, you know, phasing through builds and all this and yada, 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 it is kind of frustrating, especially if you're enjoying the game. I remember I was enjoying the game back in like, I think it was like season 8 or season 9. I forgot which season it was, but I was really enjoying it. I think it was 9 now that I think about it. And a lot of people didn't like it, but I was having a great time with it. So when I saw streamers complaining about it, I was like, man, it's not that bad. Like, I do agree with what you're going here with, is that when you see people complaining about something that you're enjoying, it is annoying, especially when it's like a streamer that has like, you know, 20,000 concurrent viewers, and people that are watching these big streamers, they're very impressionable and they're gonna like almost kind of agree with what they say no matter what. So I do see that kind of as a frustrating thing, and I do have to actually agree with you on this one. When they're saying something like that, it's usually for a good reason, like the mechs, but other times it can be very bad for other reasons as well. From Penner, he said, not a single comment on this video is unpopular. It's all subjective, man. Honestly, that's just kind of how it is sometimes. I'll pick out comments that I find to be unpopular, but then I'll pick out ones that I do think are popular, and I'll kind of agree to disagree on like a mix and match of them. But yeah, it's all very subjective, honestly, with opinions. That's kind of, you know, what it is. But yeah, I think the last episode was very on board with all very popular opinions, so that's why with this episode I tried to mix it up a bit. From Dylan, just an opinion, you should get a banner with skins in the item shop. This is another really cool idea to make it more worth buying skins in the game. You buy the power cord skin, you should be able to get a banner with the power cord skin. They've done this actually with like the Ice Queen. If you guys are unaware, if you buy the Ice Queen skin, you can unlock edit styles for her and you get a banner with her. That would be a cool idea. They should start doing that with more skins, honestly. And that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, let me know with a like, but only if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and turn on the bell just to get all my latest uploads. And comment down below, what are some of your unpopular opinions in Fortnite? I would love to know. Follow me on Twitter at ITalkFortnite. Follow me on Instagram, ICanTalkFortnite. And if you would like to use me as your supporter creator, my code is ITalkFortnite. Thank you, thank you, thank you for using me for supporter creator. It really does help me out. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you all later. See ya.